What's good, y'all? I'm about to react to this cosmic Marvel post that Elizabeth Olsen wants to return as Scarlet Witch in the MCU. Okay. It is something that I love and it's something I always want to return to. These movies aren't for critics. These movies are from the fans from her own mouth. Okay. I'm glad she give more respect to the fans like every actor should do. Cause it's for us. It's for the people. It's for everybody that enjoys Marvel movies, man. Okay, let's read this People's article. Elizabeth Olsen is open to a Marvel return. Acknowledges some feel exhausted by superhero movies. Okay, I mean, hey, we need her back, man. I mean, she the most powerful character in Marvel and X-Men. She right there with Jean Grey. And I just heard another old actor that played Jean Grey. She ain't gonna even come back as Jean Grey, man. So I'm gonna read up on that too. So I'm probably gonna title that with this story with the other story that I just found out. Elizabeth Olsen has unfinished business in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. During a wide-range discussion on Saturday, October 4th, as part of the 2025 Hamptons International Film Festival, a conversation with series Olsen 36 reflected on her career, expressing that she remains open to doing more superhero movies. Even though she was a villain in the last movie. It is something that I love and it's something I always want to return to, she said inside Sag Harbor Cinema. I think the thing that's been so special about the last 5 years is I've gotten to do so much with the character that I never thought I would. There are still character through lines that I have happened in the comics that I love to do that I think fans also want to. I mean, these movies aren't for critics, these movies are for fans, Olsen added. And plus, you could tell she was the more powerful character about her going up against Thanos and almost wiping out his whole army. We seen her in Infinity War when she was trying to um fight with Black Widow and Okoye. She came in the midst and almost took the whole army out of Thanos. Like, bro, you think she ain't power? Then she went up against Thanos in Endgame with all her power. And Thanos really couldn't do nothing. All he gotta do is get somebody else to like throw a sword into Ant-Man's time machine van. Just like, man, that was a crazy scene right there. Elsewhere, Elsewhere in the conversation, the actress recalled that she felt very lucky and very scared to join the franchise as Wanda Maximoff over a decade ago. Olsen went on to earn an Emmy nomination in the role for her performance in the 2021 limited series Wandavision, which was a pretty good show, by the way. And plus, she even made a whole city in her home imagination. Tell me she ain't the most powerful, man. She right up there, like I said yesterday. Go check that video out. I think I did, I did Everything Always video reaction. Shout out to him. And I said like the most powerful characters in Marvel that I think, in my opinion, is Scarlet Witch, Thor, Thanos with the gauntlet, and Doctor Strange in Marvel. Then I also did like an X-Men comparison of the most powerful characters. And I also think Charles Xavier, Jean Grey, Magneto, and what else I say? Jean Grey and Cassandra Nova. That's who I think is the four most powerful. It's really fruitful, and the stories I've only gotten better for me, my character. I really enjoyed it, she said later, going on to address superhero movie fatigue. Some people have ongoing television series that they got to return to. Very low, I feel like, got to be a part of franchises that I know we might culturally get a little bit exhausted by, but there is something about them that becomes very familial. Familial. There's nothing else really like it, and I don't know that I've have that again unless it's for an ongoing show, said Olsen. I don't like that kind of consistency. It feels good. I mean, job security feels nice. I think we can all agree on that. Olsen looked back at her film breakout in 2011's Martha, Marcy May Marlin, and her evolution on the big and small screen since as a big performer and producer. On a set, she wants everybody to feel valued, and I want them to enjoy their job. For it to be as bad atmosphere, it's not cool, she said of the behind the scenes work. When a producer, or even when you're not and you're the lead actor, you are allowed to set the tone. That is what I look forward to. I want people to get into arguments that are about how to make it better. I don't want people having arguments about not feeling respected. She continued. Creative arguments are delicious and debates are great. I love debating people, but you can only really do that in a healthy way coming from a place of respect. Okay. The star latest movie that A24 Rocom Eternity co-star Miles Teller and Callum Turner opened the Hamptons International Film Festival on Friday, October 3rd. In the afterlife, where souls have 1 week to decide where to spend eternity, Joan Olsen is faced with the impossible choice between the man she spent her life with, Teller, and her first love, Turner, who died young and has waited decades for her to arrive. A synopsis teases. Directed by David Friend, Eternals can also include John Early, Olga Merdez, and Divine Joy Randolph. Eternity is in theaters November 26th, man. Glad she's coming back. I really want her to come back, man. Really, ain't nobody can play Scarlet Witch good as her, though. She can really play a superhero and a villain. And kind of a maniac with the character too. She can do. But I like her as an actor, dude. And her to play and her to come back as WandaVision and Scarlet Witch. That would be pretty cool. But I wanna know, what would they bring her back as? WandaVision or Scarlet Witch? I ain't gonna lie, I would like them to bring back like Scarlet Witch though. Even though she played WandaVision, even though she played like the bad, she did play a little bad though. But she actually came on the Avengers side to make her a good guy, a good girl. But all around, I really like the whole character. She the most powerful Marvel character, so hey, it'd be good to see her back though. But it is what it is, man. Let me go ahead and react to this Frankie Jameson news. Famke, how you say her name? Famke Janssen on not returning as Jean Grey alongside her X-Men co-stars in Avengers Doomsday. Oh man. I would have loved to see her come back, man. Oh my god. I would love to see that whole cast just act again. I'm really excited to see when it comes out. Just like everyone else, I'll find out what those storylines are and how it all ended up. Screen Rant Post. Dad, Brian. And she even showed she was the most powerful. Because, and that's of how, just her whole mind of how she used it against the whole X-Men. I mean, really, even just against Charles Xavier, like Charles Xavier couldn't even last against her. The older Charles Xavier, even though Scarlet Witch got rid of him, that was so disrespectful how they did it in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie. But man, even though really Wolverine was the only one that showed more fearlessness to him, and Wolverine got her up out of here. Even though she was the more like wear her mind, she even like raced some people like the Thanos snap wear her mind. That's how powerful that they gave her. And she ain't gonna come back, man. That's messed up. OG Green Jean Grey reacts to her X-Men co-stars returning for Avengers Doomsday. Several original X-Men stars are set to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 2026, though through Avengers Doomsday, while phases 4 through 5 have already honored Marvel franchise outside the MCU timeline. 2026 will be the biggest crossover yet between the Fox Marvel era and Marvel Studios. I wonder, is Fox still releasing movies? I don't know. With the franchise owning the X-Men rights, the 2026 entry will bring back multiple actors from the 2000 films. The Avengers Doomsday cast finished principal photography on September 19, 2025, with Joe and Anthony Russo set to direct the following installment, Avengers Secret Wars. And I know the old actor from Cyclops is coming back. I just forget their names though. I really don't even keep up with their life though, so I really don't know their names. Like only like the oldest co-star I remember is Hugh Jackman, cause they did multiple movies with him. I would just remember his name just like in a snap instead done everybody else. Cause everybody else really didn't have like movies like Hugh Jackman was getting out. And no, the old Mystique boy, I ain't gonna lie. The old Mystique actress, she was fine as hell. Oh my god. She was fine, boy. She getting Jennifer Lawrence a run for her money. Then Jennifer Lawrence was cast as Mystique. She really don't get off of that sex appeal that the other actor did. Boy, she was so fine. Oh my god, man. Shoot, I think the dude that played the red guy, I forgot his name. He coming back, and I think the older actor that played Beast, um, he coming back. Yeah, we got. I think we got like a small portion of older actors coming back into the Avengers movie roles. Not the Avengers, but the Fox era movie roles that they did. Screen Rant Grant Herman spoke with Famke Janssen for her new Netflix series Amsterdam Empire. She reacted to her former co-star reprising their respective characters in Avengers Doomsday. After playing Jean Grey in the original X-Men trilogy, she gave the following response after seeing the MCU honor her franchise. Okay, so she's still doing movies. Okay. In her words, yeah, to be honest with you, I don't really know the storyline, so I'm not sure. It's not my world. It's never been my world. Really, that whole comic book world, I should know by now. I've been in it long enough, but I'm really excited to see when it comes out. Just like everyone else, I'll find out what those storylines are and how it all ended up. Hey man, it's gonna be tough not seeing her though. I wonder if somebody gonna recast her. Janssen said how there were great films to be a part of, and they've done so many good things for my career. She also followed up by stating, "It's just amazing that over these years I've had these franchises like the X-Men or Taken for 3 films, or the Netflix series Hemlock Grove for 3 seasons, or Amsterdam Empire and a Bond film." Damn, girl. The Marvel alum shared, "It's amazing being part of these, but then having the variety constantly works best for me. I'm really not good at repeating anything at time of writing." She has so far not been added to the big team up movie in the Mirrorverse saga. The Dutch actress last played a role in 2024's X-Men Days of Future Past, with the comic book storyline resetting the franchise timeline and undoing her death in 2006 X-Men The Last Stand. Her younger counterpart was played by Sophia Turner in the prequel films starting with X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, she was the other Jean Grey. I don't know if they're going to bring her back. Really, she wasn't a bad Jean Grey to me. Even though she came from Game of Thrones as Sansa Stark, that's who I remember her as. Then Jean Grey, as I also remember her as, she was a pretty good one. But really, people really didn't like that Dark Phoenix movie. I don't know why. It was a good movie to me. But also X-Men Days of Future Past really was a good movie. Like, it blended with the older cast and the younger cast they was setting out to do. But I really enjoyed that movie. I'm pretty good. It's like they bonded with the X-Men First Class cast with the old 2000s X-Men cast, and that movie really got a lot of praise. People really like that movie. I liked that movie, but I need to go back and look at some of the stuff that I done forgot and be like, oh man, okay. Hope they put this into Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Okay. On March 26, 2025, a surprised live stream announced that Sir Patrick Stewart, that's the older Charles Xavier, and Sarah Ellen McCullen, that's the old Magneto, James Marsden, that's Cyclops, and Rebecca Ramon will reprise her role in that, and she played a Mystique. Oh my god, the sexy Mystique she was. Oh my god. Will reprise their roles as Professor X, Magneto, Cyclops, and Mystique, respectively. Alan Cumming, who played Nightcrawler in '03's X2, was one of the names unveiled during the event, along with Deadpool and Wolverine's Channing Tatum as Gambit. Boy, it would be cool to see. Oh man, dang. It would be cool to see Channing Tatum team up with the older cast, though. But even though they'll have like I heard why they couldn't get back to do that the older Gambit from X-Men Origins. I would love to see him be back though. But he kinda gave like a magician Gambit. Um on April 3rd, 2025, CinemaCon, Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige confirmed that there are still multiple casting announcements left to be made for the Phase 6 ensemble, including secret cameos. Avengers Doomsday is now post-production and slated to open theaters on December 18th, 2026. And that's it for Screen Rant. Man, dude, I would love to see her come back, man. But I already know who should be the younger Jean Grey. Hey, get Sadie Sink at the audition. I think she'll be a perfect Jean Grey. But man, now to see her come back, boy, I think she was I think she gave more of a more powerful mind spelling Jean Grey than I think for Scarlet Witch ever did. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Boy, I should show her all her power against the X-Men, against her own co-star, against her own superhero, against her own families, like family of X-Men, bruh. She really showed she can be a villain and a superhero, but she showed more of her villainess to her. Cause you know Magneto put it into her brain that such and such, and then she turned against her own people that she really loved. That's crazy. I never knew she loved Wolverine and Cyclops. But I know I watched the X-Men 97 version of it, and she was really in love with Cyclops, and they had a whole baby. And man, that show of X-Men 97, the season 1 or season 2 gonna be coming out. I'm definitely watching that. But season one, man, that was fire. Even though they brought in Marvel, the Avengers up in there, I ain't even seen Hulk and Spider Man up in there. I was like, yo, this is live. I liked this though, but man, she would be sadly missed to be recast back into the X-Men franchise, man. I want her back, man. But it is what it is, man. Run them views up for you, boy, and I catch y'all later. Peace.